Dare to be unconventional. You will be much happier. It's a very polarizing statement I'm about to make. It's not a judgment. Most people are not happy with the form of relationship that they have imposed on their relationship, but they don't know any better. They don't know that there's another way to relate, because if you've never bothered to question it, you take the modeling that you had growing up and then you impose that on your partner, and that's just what you do. That's what everybody does. And so people not only do they not know, but they would feel very threatened at the notion that there might be another way to relate to their partner, because most people put their security in the form of the relationship. And so if the form of the relationship changes, a person's sense of security in that relationship starts to feel destabilized. And as a result, nobody wants to look there. For understandable reasons. If you feel safe in a monogamous relationship where you have a partner who's always responsive to you, who does what they can to make you happy, who pleases you, who says nice things, who doesn't look at other men or women, and that has you feel secure, you can imagine that it might be really challenging to shift that in a way that you might lose some of that comfort, right? People do the opposite thing. They don't ever want to look at those things, and so then they get into different forms of relationship where they don't feel bound or betrothed to anything. Really common in polyamorous communities where they won't look at anything. They're moving so quickly that they don't have the depth of intimacy that provides the reflection and the feedback that has it be that you truly transform and transmute energy too. And there's everything in between. It is unfortunate, in my personal opinion, that people don't move slow enough in connecting with another to inquire, what is the third between us? Is this a sexual relationship? Is this a companionship? Is this a kindred spirit? And instead we impose our preferences and our ideas onto the other person, and we never ask that question. And sometimes the answer is really confronting. Sometimes the third is a really passionate, creative, volatile energy that is very primal and very sexual, and you didn't think it was going to be that way. When you get out of the way and are truly receiving someone else's energy, the combination of the two energies will tell you what is available. Oftentimes we impose our ideas and try to force sexual energy to exist inside of a relationship when in fact there isn't any sexual energy, that it's not appropriate, and maybe the level of intimacy available has nothing to do with sex at all. Men and women are both conditioned in this way. And if I leave you guys in any better condition than I found you after being in this group, it's really to dismantle the conflation of love with sex. They're not the same thing. And not everybody that you love, you want to have a sexual relationship with. And just because you feel feelings of love does not necessarily mean eroticism. This is the most freeing thing I've ever experienced in my life, to know this. Because when you start to feel unfamiliar, uncomfortable feelings of heart connection, it's really normal for people to be like, oh my God, am I falling in love with this person? Should we be having sex right now? And that isn't what it means. It's a new layer of intimacy opening up for you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that energy needs to be sublimated directly into a sexual relationship. It could just be that you are available for a deep spiritual bond for a moment or for years or anywhere in between. We try to make meaning out of all of this stuff and then get in our heads, and then the feeling goes away and we're like, oh, I guess that wasn't really real, when in fact it was. But it didn't mean what you probably thought it meant.